Now, the rest of this story. Yale had some football team in 1888, and those players never forgot the sight of head coach Al Camp striding the sideline. It was the phenomenal intuition that made Al a great coach. They said the consistent ability to choose the right man for the right position. And Al could also spot hidden strengths and weaknesses, attributes unknown even to the players themselves. Coach Camp was reared in an intellectual, almost an anti-athletic atmosphere. Dad had been a renowned sociologist and lecturer at Yale for many years. No mention was ever made of sports around the house. But then that opportunity came to become Yale's head football coach, and Al accepted at once. Now, 1888 was a season of some of the school's greatest players, Corbin and Stagg, and Pudge Heffelfinger and Lee McClung. Strong personalities who went on to distinguish themselves after college. McClung, you'll remember, became United States Treasury Secretary. Also, these were the days when a head coach and his team's captain were virtually equals in authority. That meant that a coach had to be convincing to get his ideas across. And then along came Al Camp, young, inexperienced, expected to assume leadership over a squad of skeptical roughnecks. Well, those early practices were tough ones. Coach Camp said little, simply paced the sideline, casting an impressive silhouette against the autumn sky. Team members recalled the omnipresent notebook, which became intimidating in itself. Player would make a bad move, that pen would start scratching in that notebook. Well, that season progressed, and Yale won football games, so many football games that the team's doubters were converted to devotees of Coach Al Camp. But this is the rest of the story. There have been two Coach Camps at Yale University. One famous, the other not. One renowned as the father of American football, originator of the annual All-America team. The other history books forgot. The other, the second Coach Camp, Al, whom you have just met, enjoyed a coaching career of but 1 year. And yet, were it not for Al, would the famous Walter Camp have been as famous? Would he have kept his job at Yale at all? For when Walt Camp first became head coach there, he was also sales manager in the New York office of the New Haven Clock Company. And Walter's employers would not permit him to attend the usual afternoon football practices at the university. So it was during that one awkward season that Walter Camp asked Al Camp to coach in his place. And all that season Al did. And when that year was up, Walter took charge and kept charge, and it was his career which subsequently grew to legendary proportions. 1888 was a big year in Walt Camp's life for another reason. He was newlywed. Now, it's he whom history celebrates as the father of American football. But here and hereafter, let the record proclaim the important role of Al Camp in that career. Yale's head coach during that one critical year, Al, known as Allie, was Alice Graham Sumner Camp, Walter Camp's beautiful young bride. And now you know the rest of the story.